magnify your name that indeed it is well with our soul. We glorify you for how far you have brought us, Lord. We come before your throne of grace with open heart and open arms. Whatever you have ordained for us today, let it come to pass, Lord. Don't pass me by today, and don't pass your children by today. Bless them indeed, extend their territories. Let your mighty hand be upon them. Keep them from all evil. In the name of Jesus, I stand here as an empty vessel, oh my God. Anoint my lips of clay. Let your word come with clarity of tongue. Empower your children to understand your word and also become doers of your word, not hearers only. And when it's all said and done, we will lift up your name and we'll give you all the glory. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Put your hands together and say, hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Before I proceed, I want us to Pastor Dominic, can you please come forward? God, I decided to share this particular word at a prayer meeting. But whilst I was sleeping, I have an inch in me that you see, whatever you are going to say, the people that might benefit them the most, they will come to the prayer. He said the enemy has been smart. Anytime you are about to reveal some secret or you are about to give them a key, the person that might need the key the most, they will deny him access. Even though he comes to prayer often, even that day, something will happen. And they will deny him access so that he won't come. Why? Because anybody that have access to key, you will have a guarantee that you can open a door and enter into another level in life. Do you understand? Yes. So I decided to speak about this. I'll start today, and I don't know when I'm going to finish. Amen. Amen. And I have entitled it, Breaking an Evil Cycle. Amen. Breaking an Evil Cycle. An evil cycle. I said here the other day that if you look at Olympics game and they are going 4x4, they go round. Took 4 people to go round a big circle. Why 4? Because it takes 4 to complete the cycle. Do you get it? Now, in everything in life, God has programmed it to work in cycles. God has programmed everything you see to work in cycles. Now, if everybody, or like as I'm standing here, you see me wearing winter jacket and winter boots, and I have my muffler on, the first thing that will come into your mind is, what's going on, Pastor? Is everything all right? Why? Because the cycle of that clothes is not yet up. And as a matter of fact, when you enter into the store, you don't see them. Why? Because the cycle for wearing them is not up yet. But it doesn't mean the clothes are bad. They are still good. But there's time for it. Women, anytime, even if you get pregnant and you go to the hospital, the first thing they ask you, what's your cycle? They have a cycle that you have missed. The moment you miss that cycle, there's something. So they want to make sure that what you think is pregnancy based upon your cycle. So when they find out that even your cycle that you are saying you are pregnant is not up yet, they say, wait. We see something, but according to your cycle is not up. If your cycle comes up and it passes and you still don't see nothing, then we are in business. Have you seen that? So whatever God has done, life and the earth revolve and involve with a cycle. Life revolve or evolve in a cycle. If you have no idea, just relax and see that there's a saying that whatever goes around is in a cycle. It's a matter of time. If you look at science, as I was studying this, I had the privilege to go and look at the cycle of a butterfly. And then when I saw it, I saw that when the egg comes, it generates a caterpillar. And then it goes from a caterpillar to something that I don't know the name of that. What? Cocoon. My God. And when it gets to that cocoon part, it doesn't move. It stays in that thing for a couple of months. And the next thing you know, a butterfly will break forth. Now, watch this. When the egg comes to a caterpillar, or when the butterfly comes to the egg, trying to explain to the egg the circumstances the butterflies are facing, that anytime they fly, a bird will come and grab them and eat. The egg will never understand. Why? Because in his situation, he's an egg. He don't have that circumstances to face. So he might think that the butterfly did not go to church, he's not baptized yet. So he will tell butterfly, go to church and find yourself a good and a prayerful church. Because what you are saying to what my situation is, I don't experience that. Nothing has attacked me yet. The same way, when the caterpillar, the butterfly comes to the caterpillar and says, listen, if I were you, I will stay here and begin to destroy and eat on the leaves little by little. And I'll never fly because flying is dangerous. You say, my friend, I don't understand what you are saying. Because here I enjoy. But all of them will never understand until the cycle hits. But when the cycle has started, whatever it is, it will get your turn. This is the same way an enemy has also understand that everything works in cycles. So whatever the enemy will do against every family, they also find a cycle. And then they put it on. And when the cycle is working, you don't need supervision. Listen, I have been waking up with alarm for so long, I don't need it no more. Even though I'm not going to work, when that day comes, why? Because I've got into the cycle. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You have done certain things so much. Sometimes when I move my car at a certain time, I've been going through the same route to work for 17 years. So when I move the car on that time, my direction is work. By that time, I'm not going to work. That's what I'm saying. Where are you going? I said, hey, that's what I'm taking you to work. But we are not going to work. But why? Because it's a cycle. So whatever the enemy succeed and plan a cycle and you fall into that cycle, I'm telling you, you are in it. And that is where they have this word called circumstances. Circumstances. In the Latin, have you heard about circumference? It's a circle. The circum is a circle. And you are standing, a stand. And they put it together. So circumstance means a circle in which you are standing. It's a what? A cycle. Once you are in that circumstance, it's a cycle. You can't get out. The only way is to break the cycle. If not, you are in that circumstance. The circumstances I'm going through, if I tell you, by the time you know, you are dead and gone, and your son is also in the same circumstance. Because the cycle has been programmed to work. That is why we read the Bible in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Let's go on and see what it says again. Cycle. Evil cycle. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. My God, I thank you. If somebody is there, you can read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 2 going. time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up.
You see, all these things are put in cycles. So why is that sometimes you haven't reaped nothing but you want to harvest? It doesn't work. You have to sow before you harvest. It works in cycles. There's no I deserve this in life. I deserve to be this. If you look at me, I deserve the wedding. Who told you? No. Who told you? You don't deserve anything. Life is not fair. Life will not give you what you deserve, but it will give you what you fight for. So stop your deserving and I deserve. Forget about that deserving aspect of life. And fight for it. If it is an evil cycle, break it. And come out. If not so, it will follow in a loop like this. You are in it. It will go. And it will come. And it will go. And it will come. And if you watch carefully, even in some people, at a very particular month, they don't want to come out. Because that cycle that even every November, December, something bad happens to me. Every so and so day, something, even that month. You see, he has been in the cycle for so long that even if the month comes and the person hasn't experienced that thing, he say, hey, what happened this time? Because expectation is very, very high. That thing will surely happen. It's a cycle. And ladies and gentlemen, every cycle was started by somebody. So you need somebody also to break it.
Amen.
Cycle does not start by itself. Whatever it is, it was started by somebody. Some way, somehow. That is why it is very important, whatever you do, be very careful. Whatever you do, be very, very careful, because you are going to start a cycle you have no idea. Maybe today I've gossiped about you so much and I've got away with it, but I've started a cycle. It's a matter of time. Maybe I will never see it because it's iniquity. I plot it and I done it. At the end of the day, it's a cycle in the family. And whoever follows, I am telling you, they fall into it. It is an evil cycle. I will show you something and then we will see how sometimes these cycles work. Let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 2, the 30th verse. 1 Samuel chapter 2.
Verse 30. Samuel 2:30. Therefore the Lord God of Israel says, I said indeed that your house and the house of your father would walk before me forever. But now the Lord says, but far be it from me, for those who honor me I will honor, and those who despise me shall be lightly esteemed. Amen.
Amen. We will continue. This is when a priest called Eli. He was a priest of God. He's minding the business of God and the church. Now, this priest have 2 sons. And these sons are misbehaving so bad. Whatever happens is that they are sleeping with the women. When the women bring their sacrifice, they'll take the sacrifice and put it there and sleep with them. And also, when somebody brings their sacrifice, they'll divide it to give half to their girlfriends. So they are making everything a mess. So what happened is that the report came to Eli, and Eli did not stand to correct them. Hey, stop, oh, stop. For goodness sake, you are doing stop, oh, stop. Listen, sometimes if our children are misbehaving, and if it takes slap, slap. Don't slap to kill. Because if you don't correct them now, when you are at your retirement, at cruise, they will call you. You have to come and build them from prison. And this was what is happening. Eli did not say anything. And according to the law, when Eli is not there, the son is supposed to be in place. This is the reason why the elders gathered together and came and said, we don't want someone. We don't want no more priests. We need a king. And this is why Saul became a king, which even according to prophecy, Saul was not to be a king because king is supposed to come from Judah. And Saul is coming from Benjamin. So because of the request of the people, God has to switch. Why? Because they were disobedient somewhere. Do you get it? So now God came and said, he appointed a prophet to come and talk to Eli. He said, Eli, I, the Lord, I said, I will let you and your descendants to walk before me forever, but I changed my mind. That is why I personally, I don't joke with these things. Personally, I don't joke with it. Because God can take me out and you can go. Maybe I'm looking at, because you have done that, me too, I'll do this. You to do that. When you go to heaven, God says, okay, he made a wrong thing. And what about you? You too, you did the same thing. So both of you, I'll even give him a credit because you knew better. So they denied them. And after they denied them, it did not stop there. Read on, let's go. You see what happens. There is a pattern that has started, an evil cycle started there.
1 Samuel chapter 3.
Two verse
31 now. Behold, the days are coming that I will cut off your arm and the arm of your father's house.
Listen to this. I'm going to cut off your arm and the arm of your father's house. The hand that don't work, it doesn't what? So somebody is cutting your arm. Number one, is cutting your strength. Number two, poverty has become a cycle in the family. If you like, let the whole church gather every morning, we have and give it to you. To start a business, you can't go nowhere. Because your arm, your strength has been cut off. So you see some people say, when I met this person, he was selling watches. Now he's selling yoi. Now he's selling this. He has sold everything in the world to Gary. Still he hasn't made it. It's a cycle that has started. Listen to this. The profound thing is, this is in the house of God. This is not a shrine somewhere that you say, because they are adult worshippers. No, this is the house of God. That's serious. You can be here, all right. But if you don't take care, you start a cycle. That is how dangerous it is. This is the priest. God is speaking to the priest family. Say, I am going to cut off the hand. Not even on only the children that has committed the offense, but the generation yet unborn.
So that there will not be an old man in your house.
Have you seen this? There are some families, you will never cross certain age. It's a cycle. An evil one. That age will never cross it. Every time they are dying unnecessary death. When they are maybe on their like 18, 19, they are, flourishing. But when they get to a certain age, something will happen. Let's go.
32. And you will see an enemy in my dwelling place.
You will see an enemy. Wherever they will go, something will happen. Everything that will happen to anybody will be that particular person. Hallelujah. Amen. Maybe the person will be in his house, watching his own TV, minding his own business. Somebody will shoot a gun, pass through everybody's house, and then enter into that particular person's house and strap him by the leg. Say how? You'll never understand. Hello.
Hi.
Let's go on.
Despite all the good which God does for Israel, and there shall not be an old man in your house forever.
Forever. It doesn't matter how God is going to bless Israel, but you, Eli, and your household, this gray hair, you will never see that in your house. That is why sometimes it's very important that our ancestors say, when you are going to marry, ask. Why? Because you need to know the cycle. You need to know the background. You need to know certain foundations and find out whether you can deal with them. If you can't deal with it, doesn't matter how cute and have 6-pack, let it go. Because it will become 1-pack. Hallelujah.
Amen. 33. But any of your men whom I do not cut off from my altar,
listen to this,
shall consume your eyes.
Any of the men that I did not kill, they shall consume your eyes. We stand to reasoning and your what?
And grieve your heart.
And grieve your heart. Just imagine as I am preaching as a pastor, and my son has grown and is standing there with a cigarette. It will grieve your heart. Sometimes we always say, pastor's children, they are no good. Have you heard that thing before? Pastor's children. Oh, pastor's children, I know pastor's children, they are no good. Who told you? Why is it that I know what is good and I'll do it for you? What makes you think that I'll not do it for my own? Charity begins at home. That's right. Whatever I'll teach you, I already teach at home. Because if they don't practice that, what can you? So he said your children will grieve your things that children of a priest will not do. They are doing it.
And all the descendants of your house shall die in the flower of their age.
Die in the flower of their age. What is the flower of your age? Time that everybody say, oh my God, this chicken. Like we are about to go to a wedding. Very young age. By the time you know, you say, oh, accident. And everybody's talking. It's the driver who said the driver crossed what? It's some cycle. By the time you trace, check Abraham. When you born one, that's it. Born one, that's it. Born one, it gets to Jacob time. The person Jacob loved, Rachel, trying to have 2, Rachel died. When Benjamin was born, Rachel had to die because the price has been. Because you see, you don't have to go 2. The cycle is have only 1. Abraham had Isaac. Isaac was fortunate. He came twins. That's it. But you have 1, you are going to have another 1. He said, no way. Kill you. Pay the price. Cycle. It will cycle. Sometimes sit down. I say sometimes if I were you, I'll take off. Sit down. Check the cycle. My God. When my brother was in the United States, it took him over 10 years to get his citizenship. It took me the same. Court alone, I went to 7 years. See the cycle. And after I got my, I said, this cycle has been broken. But there are more citizens. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen and amen. Amen. That is what it is. It has started. And when you study this early generation, the cycle was there. His first 2 sons, and all they died in one day. He said, this shall be a sign. Every cycle have a sign. Every cycle have a what? A sign. So God said, this shall be a sign. I'm going to show you. This your 2 sons, Phinehas and Hophni. They will die one day. So when you see the sign, understand that the cycle has started. So sometimes there's a sign. So some of us here, sometimes say, if I see this thing, I know there's something that's going to happen. Because you are used to that sign. Say, if I wake up early morning and then my palm begin to be itchy, I know something is going to happen. It's a sign. Some people say, oh, my hands are itchy, money is coming to me. It's not money. Let me open your eyes very well. Either they are taking your money from the realms of the spirit. That is why incantation is going on at that particular moment, at that particular time against you. And sometimes you feel that's itchy in your feet. If I were you, when you feel that, you just lift up your hand and say, wherever they are mentioning my name in the copings of the enemy, I release tender to go there. They say money is coming and you are still here. The money hasn't arrived. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen and amen. Amen. Let's see something in the book of 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 5. 1 Kings chapter 5. Verse 2. 1 Kings chapter 5 verse 2.
1 Kings chapter 5.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. 5:2. Then Solomon sent to Hiram,
Solomon, after he became a king, he sent to Hiram,
saying, all you desire concerning the cedar and cypress logs, my servant shall bring them down from Lebanon to the sea.
Now verse 2, you have jumped.
Oh,
verse 2.
sorry.
And
Yeah, the 2. Then Solomon sent to Hiram, saying, You know
Yes.
how my father David could not build a house for the name of the Lord his God because of the war which were fought against him in every side.
In every side. Why? Because there's a cycle that is going on. So everywhere he goes, there's a fight. You might be prophesied to become one of the billionaires, but if the cycle is against you, everything is a fight. Say, my father, do you know how he decided to build a house for God? But there was a fight all over.